Well, we come to the last group of consciousness. So it is on page 92. Concomitants of Lokuttara Chaita, supramundane consciousness. So the 40 Lokuttara Chaitas are also jhana Chaitas. So the jhana factors should be eliminated as above. And the 3 Virati Chaitasikas, being factors of the Noble Eightfold Path, associate collectively with all the Lokuttara Chaitas. The 2 Apamanya Chaitasikas, however, do not associate with Lokuttara Chaitas, which concentrate on Nibbana and as such cannot take the objects connected with Karuna and Mudita. So, the same thing. They are the jhana Chaita just like here. So also here we describe. So the 40 Lokuttara jhana consists of 8 first jhana, 8 second jhana, 8 third jhana, 8 fourth jhana, and 8 fifth jhana. So we write the same thing here, 8. So we say the jhana factors eliminated just like here, the same thing. Now when we consider here, we know that all the jhana Chaitas and the Lokuttara Chaitas, so they are, what I like to say, so they are the exalted, very developed, the consciousness, Mahakata, Lokuttara are the noblest, the most developed consciousness. So as they are most developed, then we say, Panya will associate with all of them. Panya, as we say here, Panya associate with all the 27 Mahakata and also with the 8 or 40 Lokuttara Chaita. So we put in Panya in all of them. And we know this Sovana Sadharana will associate with all beautiful consciousness. So we have to consider this Virati and Apamanya again. So, here in the Lokuttara Chaita, we say, these 3 Viritis, they associate collectively always. We have already said here, 3 Viriti, they always associate together with this Lokuttara Jhana Chaita. The reason is, these 3, the Viritis, they are among the 8 factors of the Eightfold Noble Path. So in the Lokuttara Chaita, that is Magga Chaita and Phala Chaita, all the 8, the factors of the Noble Path associate. So we say, 3 Viritis associate collectively with all these Lokuttara Chaita. But the 2 Apamanya do not associate with the Lokuttara Chaita. Why? Can you get the meaning, the reason? We just said there. Whether you understand it or not, I don't know. So, what is the object taken by Lokuttara Chaita? Remember, all of them take Nibbana as the object. Not the jhana, all jhana Chaita takes the countersign as the object. So when they take Nibbana as the object, this Chaita, they focus on Nibbana all the time. They cannot take other sense object anymore. So we say they cannot take the sense objects connected with Karuna, compassion, and Mudita, sympathetic joy. So when you meditate on Karuna, compassion, you have to focus your attention on miserable beings and wishing them to be relieved from all suffering. And when you meditate on the Mudita, sympathetic joy, you have to concentrate on prosperous beings and wishing them that their gain will last forever. So, Lokuttara Chaita cannot see those persons because it is taking Nibbana. So here, we put in 3 Viriti and we subtract 2 Apamanya. So if you subtract 2 Apamanya from 25, you get 23 Sovana Chaitasika. 23 plus 13, so you get the maximum 36. So here it's the opposite. Now here we subtract Virati and we put in Apamanya. So we get 35. Now we can read the same way, just as you read here. Okay, we read together. The 8 Lokuttara first jhana chetas associate with 36 Cetasikas, namely 13 Anyasamana Cetasikas and 23 Sobhana Cetasikas, with the exception of the 2 Apamanya. The 8 Lokuttara second jhana cheta, so each associate with 35 Cetasikas, namely 12 Anyasamana Cetasikas, with the exception of Vitaka, and 23 Cetasikas with the exception of the 2 Apamanya. And the 8 Lokuttara Jhana Chetas each associate with 34 Cetasikas, namely 11 Anyasamana Cetasikas with the exception of Vitaka Vichara. And here again the same, 23 Sobhana Cetasika with the exception of 2 Apamanya. And then the 4th Lokuttara, 4th Jhana Cheta, each associate with 33 Cetasikas, namely 10 Anyasamana Cetasikas with the exception of Vitaka Vichara Piti, and 23 Cetasikas, Sobhana Cetasika, with the exception of the 2 Apamanya. And the 8 Lokuttara 5th Jhana Cheta also associate with 33 Cetasikas, namely 10 Anyasamana Cetasikas, with the exception of Vitaka Vichara Piti, and 23 Sobhana Cetasikas with the exception of the 2 Apamanya. You have learned a lot now, and your wisdom becomes very great now. So we take dinner break, and we meet again at 7:30 for meditation instruction. Well, Namo Buddhaya. I shall continue with the meditation instruction. So we shall be doing Anapanasati again, tomorrow morning. So yesterday I explained you the first method, the first step in Anapanasati. So the first step is to be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath continuously, by the gentle touch, either around the nostril or at the upper lip. So I told you yesterday to close your eyes and you sit erect, relax your body, your muscle, and then also relax your mind. When you undertake meditation, just try to feel free, free from all. You cut away from the external world, we say. So when you close your eyes, you cut away from the external world. Forget everything about your family, about your job, all these things. So the best way is to say Namo Tassa 3 times, to pay homage to the Buddha. And then I told you, you should reflect at least 2 guardian meditation. That is radiating loving kindness. May all living beings be happy and well. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Try to visualize all living beings, not only human beings, all celestial beings and animals, ghosts, all of them. So may all living beings be happy and well. May all living beings be happy and well. So you sincerely, you should wish them to be happy and well. So you reflect about 5 minutes. Then better to take the second one, Buddha Nusti. Buddha Nusti is reflecting on one attitude of the Buddha. So we use the Arahant. So again this time, as you sit in front of the Buddha statue, you can look at the Buddha, the Buddha statue, the face, and then just focus in there. You can say Arahant, Arahant, Arahant. So mentally you reflect Arahant. So while you are reflecting, you should understand the meaning. No, Arahant means the Buddha is totally pure from all defilement, so he is the noblest. And because of that, he is most worthy of veneration. So when you say Arahant, Arahant, the Buddha is the noblest and most worthy of veneration. Just know like that. So now after looking at the Buddha and radiating it, and say after 5 minutes you can close your eyes, just visualize the Buddha in front of you, and then continue the Araham, Araham. So you can do about 5 minutes for the loving kindness and about 5 minutes Buddha-nusati. Then you should take anapanasati. So when you do anapanasati, so you close your eyes and you breathe normally and try to be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. So you should focus your attention only on the nostrils, on the nostrils better. So while focusing there, you breathe in, breathe out, and try to know the touching point of the in-breath and the out-breath, either around the nostrils or at the upper lip, at the upper lip, just below the nostril. So sometimes, so the touch here also is distinct. So wherever is the touch distinct, you choose one point, the touching point. So either around one nostril or at the upper lip, or maybe even at the tip of the nose. So if you know the touch may be very gentle, very gentle. So whatever is gentle, it doesn't matter. So long you breathe in, breathe out, you know the in-breath by the gentle touch and the out-breath by the gentle touch. It may be very gentle. Sometimes, very gentle, it may be just one point at around the nostril. We don't know where it is. Doesn't matter. So as soon as you know the in-breath and out-breath, it will be all right. So you have to see your in-breath and out-breath by the gentle touch at the touching point. Now, can you see that? So Pandi can also, Pandi can see. So I ask you, are you aware of the in-breath and out-breath by the gentle touch? If so, please nod your head. So that is important, because the in-breath and the out-breath is the object of meditation. So we have to focus on the in-breath and out-breath all the time. And you should use the 5 powers, spiritual powers, we say. So in the morning we talk about that. So you know what are the 5 spiritual powers? Saddha, faith in the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. And then Virya, effort. And then Sati, mindfulness. And then Samadhi, concentration. And Panya, the wisdom. So you should undertake meditation enthusiastically, willingly, and joyfully, because it is the noblest task to do, and the most beneficial, the task to do also. So try to do it very willingly and enthusiastically. So we say, so you already have faith in the Buddha, the Dhamma. Now the important here is that effort and the mindfulness. So you must exert the effort to be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. So just relax and very leisure and paying very little attention, you may not know it. So I must know the in-breath and out-breath. So you concentrate on here and apply your mindfulness. On the in-breath, you are breathing in, you know you are breathing in. You are breathing out, you know it. So in-breath, out-breath, you can also label at the beginning. So while you are trying to be aware of the in-breath, out-breath, and also try to take notice of the touch around the nostril or the upper lip. So we say, you can choose any one point, which is distinct. So if you know the touch, you keep your mind at that touching point. Or we say you watch the in-breath and the out-breath at that watching point. So you focus at the, so your mind is also, attention is at the touching point. But you have to see or to know the in-breath and the out-breath, not the touch. We know the in-breath and out-breath by the gentle touch. So the in-breath, the out-breath. Now we say at the beginning, usually your concentration is very low, and then as the mind is used to wander around sense objects, so it will wander away. It may be restless and wandering. So we suggest you use the counting method. So on page 151 at the bottom, we described the counting method yesterday. So the way we count it, you breathe in, breathe out, and count 1. Mentally count 1. Breathe in, breathe out, count 2. Breathe in, breathe out, count 3. You should count not less than 5 and not more than 10, we say here. So we take the middle point between 5 and 10. So we say count up to 8. 1 to 8, 1 to 8, again and again. And also in respect of the Eightfold Noble Path, we count up to 8. So while you're counting from 1 to 8, you should make the determination. I shall keep my mind fixed on the in-breath and out-breath during the count from 1 to 8. So you don't let your mind wander away. So I say, you have to apply your mind so that your mindfulness is on that in-breath and out-breath. You have to press, just like pressing the mind there. So then the mind will not go away. And actually, at the bottom of that page 151, we say there, as he reflects on the breath by counting, his meditative mind will gradually remain fixed calmly on the object of the in-breath and the out-breath by the power of counting method. So it is very beneficial. By counting, we can prevent the mind from wandering and restless. So by counting, your mind will remain fixed on that, on the in-breath and out-breath at that touching point. Now another question is, how long should you count? So you should count until you can focus on the in-breath and out-breath continuously for half an hour to 1 hour. So that means for half an hour continuously you should be able to know the in-breath, out-breath. Then you can stop counting. We stop counting and just try to be aware of the in-breath, out-breath, in-breath, out-breath. So just try to be aware of it. So when your mind becomes the restless again, you should count again. So now as you meditate, your concentration should rise. So we say while you're meditating, only Mahakusala Chaita will be arising. And this Chaita is accompanied by 5 jhana factors. Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. So while you are developing, the meditating, so you are developing these moral minds again and again. So the mind becomes stronger and stronger, and the jhana factors also become stronger and stronger. And it will be these jhana factors that suppress the hindrances, we say. The hindrances are defilements. So the worst hindrances are 5. We here in Visuddhimagga, they describe 5. And you remember what are the 5 hindrances? One is sense desire, which is lopa actually. And that is the worst. Lopa is the worst. no, because of desire of sense objects. No? So lobha takes your mind, no, to those sense objects. So your mind would go out, no, to your family, to your cafeteria, etc. So we have to stop it, not to go out, not to go out. And the next one is we say, no, ill will, yabada, we go ill will. Ill will is dosa, no, dosa. So dosa, no, when you have pain, no, then no, you feel a little. No, if you feel angry, then you don't have moral minds anymore. No, so that dosa is again, it is an enemy. And again, we say you have to know the in-breath and out-breath, and you cannot know it very easily. So you are disappointed or depressed. So at that time, anger also arises. No? So don't let anger arises. No? Don't let anger arises. If anger or disappointment, displeasure, no, and unhappiness, so arises, only dosa mula citta will be arising. And the third one is sloth and torpor. No? So it makes you and your mind inactive, morbid, and you become idle and lazy. No? And not only that, even sleepy. No? Even sleepy. So we say, this china meter can be conquered by virya, the effort. If your effort is very strong, china meter will not arise. If china meter arises, you know, oh, my effort is very weak. No, very weak. So you should increase your effort. And the fourth one is uddhacca, restlessness, and kukkukca, remorse. No, brooding, grieving, or remorse. So restlessness, it makes the mind restless. And then the fifth one is vicikiccha, the doubt. The doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, and about this meditation. So you are having some questions, you're not clear about the meditation. So if you are having doubt, you are only having moha mula citta. So these are the 5 hindrances that you must fight against them. So we say we fight with these 5 powers. 5 powers. So exert the effort and be mindful of the in-breath, out-breath. Don't let any thought come in. No, so don't let your mind wander away. So the saddha, faith and confidence in the Buddha, and effort, virya, and then mindfulness. No, so and then the fourth one is concentration, samadhi we say. No, by concentration we mean you focus your mind on the in-breath and out-breath only. Don't let the mind wander away. That is a concentration. And then the fifth one is wisdom. No, wisdom, you should know how to meditate. Not how to meditate. And you should also know that you have to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath at the touching point. And when mindful of the in-breath and out-breath, wisdom should know the in-breath and out-breath distinctly, clearly. You must know that, oh, this is the in-breath, out-breath. So we use these 5 powers to fight against these 5 men. So we say, while you're meditating, when the jhana factors become strong, then they suppress these hindrances, not to arise in the mind. So then, your mind will not wander anymore, not restless anymore. It just remains fixed on the in-breath and out-breath all the time. So we say if it remains up to half an hour and 1 hour without counting, then you can go to step 2. Now step 2, second step we say here, is awareness of the length of breath. You have to know the length of your breath, whether it is long or short. So in the second paragraph of that topic, we say, so did the Buddha give the instruction. What is meant by a long or short breath? It means the duration of time taken by the breath. If it takes a long time to breathe in or out, then the breath is taken to be long. If it takes a short time to breathe in or out, then the breath is taken to be short. So the length of breath is arbitrarily determined by the meditator himself. So you have to determine which is short and which is long. So it is easy actually, just when you're breathing slowly, we say. So when you breathe slowly, so you know it is long. So when you breathe short, then it is short. And so when you breathe first, it is short. So not just that. And this is just not continuation of step one. So in the step one, we say you should be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath, by the general touch, without counting, for half an hour or up to 1 hour. So if you can do that, you should be glad. You passed the first step. You passed the first step of the examination, the first stage of the examination. So you yourself know. So if you have difficulty, you just discuss with me. So anytime you saw me, just ask question. Just ask question. Now when you can concentrate that, now in the second step, you are doing the same thing, trying to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath, just in step one. And only try to take note whether the breath is long or short. So we say if you are breathing slowly, just take a note, it is long. If you are breathing first, just take it is short. Just we increase this notation. So to be more mindful. Before we are using the counting method to be mindful. Now we don't use the counting. Just by taking the note of the length of breath, we try to concentrate our mind on the breath. And now now look at the next paragraph. The meditator should always breathe normally. He should not intentionally or purposely make the breath either long or short. Neither should he investigate how long or how short the breath is. If he does so, he will jeopardize or upset his concentration. Jeopardize means upset. Upset your concentration. So everything should be natural. You should not purposely change your length of breath. So we say sometimes you may be breathing long, sometimes you may be breathing short. So it should be natural. So just take note whether when it is long, just take note it is long, and when it is short, just take note it is short. So don't investigate how long the breath, how short is the breath. You need not investigate. If you investigate, then you change your meditation subject. So we say you have to be aware of the in-breath, out-breath only, not investigate it. Not investigate it. So we are trying to be aware of the in-breath, out-breath, and we also take note whether it is long or short. So we are focusing on the breath all the time. So don't investigate. Don't need to investigate. So it is just a continuation of step one. So if you can, in the step one, you can concentrate your mind very well on the in-breath, out-breath. Then in step two, you should be able to do the same thing. You can concentrate very well in the in-breath and out-breath. And while you are trying to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath, so occasionally, not every time maybe, just take note whether it's long or short. In the next paragraph again, sometimes the length of breath remains long for the whole sitting. The whole sitting, if you sit for 1 hour, so it remains long for 1 hour. Or it remains short for the whole sitting. But generally, the length of breath may change from time to time during the meditation. Whatever the length of breath may be, the in-breath and the out-breath should be equal in length. This will greatly help the development of mental concentration. So when you try to know the length of breath, just also try to know whether the in-breath and the out-breath are of equal length. Not only when they are of equal length, you can advance quickly. No, otherwise, you will find difficulty. So if it's not equal, try to make equal. While you are breathing, so generally try to equalize them. Now, if you breathe in long, and then you breathe out short, what happens? So you fall backward. Slowly you fall backward. And if you breathe out short, no, and then breathe in short and breathe out long. So in that case, so you are bending. So if you know that your body is inclining backward or bending, so try to adjust it, make it erect, keep it erect. If you show like that, don't stay, remain like that. While you are taking the in-breath and out-breath, you slowly you make it erect again. That's why we say you should breathe of equal length. The in-breath and the out-breath should be of equal length. Now we go to page 153. So there, the second line. The meditator should not label the breath as long or short. That means you should not label like this. In-breath, out-breath, long. In-breath, out-breath, short. Don't do that. So you are just doing just like in the first step. Just like in the first step. Try to be aware of the in-breath, the out-breath, in-breath, out-breath. Just you are be aware of that. And you just take note whether it is long or short. Don't label. And then in the next paragraph, we say the meditator should strike on so that he can focus his mind calmly on the long or short breath for 1 hour or more. At this stage, the meditation sign, namitta, should appear. Whether it appears or not, the meditator should proceed to the third step. But here, the meditation sign usually does not appear in most meditators. Only those meditators who have done this anapanasati in their past life and they have attained the namitta. Namitta means the sign or the jhana. Then for them, not only the namitta will appear. For ordinary people will not appear. And what appear is the light. The light can appear. So when we undertake meditation, and when you can concentrate on the in-breath and out-breath, the attentively in-breath, out-breath, for 1 hour or more at every sitting, usually the light will come out. Yes. Now just for your knowledge, you should know it. So in Aloka Sutta, the Buddha said there are 4 kinds of light. The sunlight, the moonlight, and the lamplight, the firelight, and then the wisdom light. The wisdom can produce light. Our Buddha, when he became the Buddha, the rays did not come out yet. When he reflect on Abhidhamma, so when he come to the highest stage of Abhidhamma, we call patthana, causal relation. Then his wisdom becomes so great that the rays come out. The 6 kinds of rays come out. So there is the wisdom ray. The wisdom ray. And he also said that there are 4 kinds of this wisdom light again. No? So the first one is, he said, the light that associates with divine eye. Divine eye is supernormal power. No? You can see all 31 planes. You can see the whole world. Wherever you look at, it is lighted. No? Whether it is dark or at night, it doesn't matter. It is lighted. You can look into like a closed box. What is inside? It's lighted. You know all the content. And the second light is, he say, the light associated with Aloka Kasina meditation. Aloka means light. Light Kasina meditation. And if you can meditate on this light Kasina meditation till you attain the jhana, again wherever you look at, it becomes lighted. No? You may enter a cave which is totally dark. As soon as you enter, it becomes light. It becomes lighted. So these, and the third kind of light, he said, the light can come out, the wisdom light, can come out from the mind, even when you attain a certain preliminary concentration. So in our meditation, so we start with very low concentration, say 0 concentration. And then when you can concentrate for 1 hour or more, then your concentration rises to a certain extent. But we still call it preparatory concentration, preliminary concentration. You don't arrive at the neighborhood concentration yet, very far. But starting from there, the light comes out. The light comes out. And you will see, you will see. So if you can concentrate 1 hour or more, then the light, actually the light will come out from the mind, not a concentrated mind. That means the mind associated with both concentration, and from that mind, while you are meditating, wisdom is present. When we say you are meditating with Mahakusala, Jnana Samyutta Chaita, Jnana, wisdom is present, in that, and the light comes out from that wisdom. So usually meditator sees the light coming out from the eyes, or either from the face, or from the body, from the will. And some even see the light coming to it to him, just like a torchlight, is directed to you, or like the light of the car lamp, the headlamp of the car, directed to you. So it is quite normal. So as the Buddha said, when you get a sudden concentration, then the light will come out. So if the light comes out, you should be happy. Now I attain a sudden concentration now. You can be happy. But don't pay attention to that light. Don't pay attention to that light. So you just know it is the light that comes out from the wisdom associated with concentrated mind. Just know it. You have to be aware of the in-breath, the out-breath all the time. And while you can concentrate better and better, that means your concentration rises higher and higher, the light will become brighter and brighter. Brighter and brighter. So when you come to the neighborhood concentration, it is very, very bright. Very bright. Not only bright, it's penetrative, we say. Because with closed eye, you can see everything in front of you. And when you get the neighborhood concentration, then with closed eye, you can see even your body, to see all 32 parts of your body. You can also see in other people's body. So it is the light that associates with the concentrated mind. So if you get this light, you should be happy. So when you get that, the neighborhood concentration, you know very well. And we know that by the meditation sign that appears. So the meditation sign is different from this light. And we will talk about that the next day. Now, is there any question with regard to meditation? So if anything that you are not clear, what I taught you now, you can ask question. So if you have difficulty in meditation, you can also say.
I just want to ask some question about the Anapanasati meditation. Can we try to cheat our mind using the ears to listening our nose breathing, so we can control our indriya, both together? No need to count. I try to count, but I felt annoying, so I use my ears to listening my breath, and I can feel that so loudly. Is that correct or not, Master? Thank you.
You should not do that. You cannot catch two fish with one hand. So no, we have to focus only on the in-breath and the out-breath. We are closing our eyes. We say, you close your eyes, you close your ears. All the 5 doors. Only open the mind door. No? So we say, when the lizard went into an anthill, which has several holes, and if you want to catch that lizard, what did you do? You have to close all the holes except one. Then you just wait from there. So it will come out from there, then you can catch it. The same thing. No? So we open only the mind eye to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath. So we don't pay attention to hearing. If you're hearing the breath, you pay attention to that also. You are paying attention to too. So we say, our mind can take only one object at a time. So one mind can take only one object at a time. So if you are trying to be aware of the in-breath and also the sound, so that is not proper. And the Buddha didn't teach like that. Okay. Yeah. Any more question?
Can one meditate without an instructor, without the guidance of a teacher? Because some says that if one meditate without guidance from a teacher, then he will be possessed. Yeah, possessed. He will be possessed by maybe a ghost or something like that.
So you should not meditate without the guidance of a teacher. So here in Visuddhimagga, it explains clearly. Before you meditate, you should learn the meditation subject from a competent teacher. You should know in detail, not just I am telling you now. Not only then you should meditate. So even then, if you think you don't get the result, then you should consult again. You should consult the teacher again. Something may be wrong you are doing. So if you don't follow the guidance of the instruction of the Buddha correctly, you will never get the jhana. You will never get the jhana. That means you will not succeed in this meditation. And even you are meditating by yourself, in your own way, you will not be possessed by any ghost. Don't be afraid of any ghost.
Can you repeat again?
Or even the meditating without the guidance of the teacher, you will not be possessed by any ghost. Don't be afraid of any ghost anymore.
Namo Buddhaya, Bhante and Dr. Mehm. I'm thinking, because I'm very easily distracted, especially by noise. For the beginning stage, may I wear earplug at home? Yeah, like the planes. I can do so. Thank you.
So don't be afraid of anything in meditation. And don't imagine anything. And don't expect anything. So our job is just to do the meditation. Our job is that's all. Just we close our eyes and try to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath. So by doing that, so some people they say, or they may say, see a ghost, or a corpse, or the sunflower or some anything. So now without meditation, now you close your eye. Did you see anything? Did you close your eye? You don't see anything. So when you meditate with closed eyes, you should not see anything. Now, if you are seeing, oh, an angel comes to you dancing in front of you, so that is you are creating it. No, you are imagining it. Don't imagine anything. So some people they say, no, for example, as soon as they meditate, so no, they cannot breathe, and they get pain, no, in the throat and pain, no, like in the chest. So I say now, before you meditating, you are breathing. Do you get any pain? No, now you are breathing now. Oh, you are breathing. You don't get any pain. Then why should you get pain when you close your eye and try to be aware of in-breath, out-breath? There should be no pain. Now that pain also is created by you, by yourself. No, so don't imagine anything. Just, no, my task is only to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath. Nothing to do with the ghost. Only in-breath, out-breath. No? So, no, whatever appears, don't pay attention. No? So also, no, don't expect anything. Don't let any thoughts come in. Just try to be mindful of the in-breath, out-breath, no, continuously. No, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no, half an hour, 1 hour. So try to do that. No, if you find difficulty, you can make a wish. May I be able to meditate well for 10 minutes. So you can make 10 minutes. May I be able to concentrate well for 20 minutes. So you can make the wish. So according to our timetable, now 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. is meditation. And then they say 7 to 8 is breakfast. So actually for breakfast we need only half an hour. So if you meditate, you can meditate from 6 up to 7:30. So someone should sound the bell, the big bell, at 7:30, so that we can stop there and we can come for breakfast. So you should not stay more than that, otherwise you will miss your breakfast. Now, when you cannot sit very long, you can get up. No, you can just meditate standing. No, just relax standing, close your eyes and try to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath, just like at the sitting. And again, after you do standing meditation sometime, and like you feel sleepy or something like that, lazy, then you can take walking meditation. Walking meditation, we do the same thing. So you stand first. And then you close your eyes, try to be aware of the in-breath, the out-breath, the in-breath, out-breath. Now when you know the in-breath and out-breath very well, then you can open your eyes a little, or you can open the whole eye. Then you start walking. So when you start walking, you can step. So don't step very long. Otherwise, when you start walking very slowly, then you may fall down. Just step, very, very, very short step. Just very short step. So you can step at any rate. We don't pay attention to the stepping. So like the Mahasi, the meditation, they ask us to take notice of the stepping. They say lifting, pushing, stepping. Lifting, pushing, stepping. So you need not do it. So you just walk comfortably. So at any rate you like. But you are trying to be aware of in-breath, out-breath. That's why you are standing. So when we do this, the in-breath and out-breath in the meditation retreat, it is wise to have to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath all the time. All the time, while we are walking, while we are sitting. So we don't talk. We just try to be aware of the in-breath and out-breath. And by that, you will develop concentration very fast.
We are on page 92. So, the bottom topic, fixed jhana seekers and unfixed jhana seekers. Of the 52 jhana seekers, for 41 are called Niyata Yogis, fixed state seekers. Niyata Yogis means fixed state seekers. And the remaining 11 are called Aniyata Yogis, unfixed state seekers. Niyata Yogis invariably, that means they always associate with the chetas with which they are known to associate. Aniyata Yogis do not always associate with the chetas they are known to associate. They arise only when they should. So we have to consider about these fixed mental factors and unfixed mental factors. For example, in the Lopa Mula Cheta, we say when it is the Dutiya, Dutiya is Ditthikata Vipyuta. So if Ditti does not associate, we say Mana will associate. But Mana will not always associate with this Cheta. Only when you feel proud and conceited, then only Mana arises in your mind. And yesterday we also say that these 5 mental factors, 3 viritis, 2 apamanya, they associate with the Mahakusala Chetas, sometimes separately. Yesterday we used the word intermittently and individually. That means they never associate together. They associate one at a time. And only when they should. So we mean sometime, not always. So we have to consider that. Okay. Now at the bottom line, the 11 Aniyata Yogis, unfixed mental factors are jealousy, Machriya, avarice or stinginess, Kukukja, remorse, Mana, pride, Tina, Meda, sloth and torpor, and 3 viritis, the abstinence, and 2 apamanya, we call them illimitables. So you can take note of them from here better. So from the immoral mental factors, we have 6 of them: Aisa, Machriya, Kukuja, Chinameda, and Mana. 6 of them. And then we have from the beautiful mental factors, there's 3 viritis and 2 apamanya. 6 plus 5, you get 11. And we shall consider this Aisa, Machriya, Kukuja first. Now though we say these dosa chituka associate with the 2 dosa mula cheta, so this Aisa, Machriya, Kukuja do not always associate whenever dosa mula cheta arises. Only you have jealousy, Aisa, then Aisa will arise. When Aisa arises, Machriya, Kukuja will not arise, because it is not concerned with them. You are having jealousy, only jealousy, not stinginess, and no remorse. So only the Aisa will arise at that time. And Machriya. So when you are having avarice or the stinginess, Machriya will arise. At that time, Aisa, Kukuja will not arise. And again, Kukuja will arise only when you have remorse. That is, you have done something wrong and you feel unhappy. We call it remorse. So at that time, Kukuja will arise. But at that time, Aisa, Machriya do not arise, because you don't have jealousy, stinginess at that time. So you can see they arise only individually and only when they should. And that we explain on page 93, the number 1 chapter there. And the way they, at the bottom of that paragraph. This way of association of Cetasikas is known as Nana Katachi. Nana means individually. No? Nana means they associate only individually, not all together. Katachi means they associate only when they should. That is, only when you have jealousy, no, Asa will arise. Only when you have stinginess, Matsya will arise. And only when you have remorse, the Kukucha will arise. So we go to page 94. No, we have application of what we have said now. So in number 1, a man is angry because the food served by his wife is not good. What is the type of this man's Cheta? And what are the Cetasikas that associate with that Cheta? So if he is angry, what Cheta will arise? Dosa Mula Cheta will arise. Now there are 2 Dosa Mula Cheta. So which one? No, here 2 Dosa Mula. So Asankharika or Sasankharika? So as he is immediately angry, he look at the foods are not good. So immediately he feels disappointed and angry. Then we say it's Asankharika. Then in an examination, you have to give the full name. Not the full name of the Cheta, only then you get the full marks. So what is the Cheta then? So you just give the name of this Asankharika. So we call this Cheta Do Manasa Sahagatam Patiga. No, Patiga. This Patiga is also Dosa. Patiga Sambayutam Asankharika Dosa Mula Cheta. So we give you the answer of that Cheta there. So, and then after you know the Cheta, now you should also describe the mental factors that will arise with this Cheta. No? So, now if you don't know what Cetasika will associate with this mind, then you can consult the chart number 3. No? Now you already know it is Dosa Mula Asankharika Cheta.